The gentleman from Wisconsin, Mr. Pocan, for 5 minutes for questions.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Atkins, for being here. Let me just do one follow-up from what Stenny asked. I just want to make sure I understand. So there were no staff reductions at all by firings. There only were by people leaving early out of the SEC?
From what I understand, this is all voluntary retirements that people took through various programs, deferred resignation and those sorts of things.
Okay, I just wanted clarification from myself more than anything. So I appreciated how you talked about one of the three priorities is investor protection, excuse me, going after those who lie, cheat, and steal. I think that's really important for the market so people have confidence in it. One of the concerns I have is that, since COVID, the market has been doing really well until very recently with some of the talk about tariffs being on again and off again, on again, off again. The market's had some real volatility, particularly on April 9th when at 9:37 in the morning, the president put out on his social media, "This is a great time to buy," and initialed it, so the minute came from him. And then later that day, the announcement of tariff pauses came about 4 hours later at 1:18. Since then, there was, just today, Secretary Duffy supposedly that morning traded in 34 companies, including companies affected by tariffs like John Deere and Shopify. Attorney General Bondi also did some trading that morning, Marjorie Taylor Greene. And those are just the ones we know of right now. So clearly, this would be of concern if someone had a huge signal releasing information, public information ahead of time about something that could affect stock trades. So I guess my question is specifically, what are you doing to look into this particular incident that happened, where the signal sort of was given, and how are you looking to see who might have unfairly taken advantage of this? I know there was another trader too who 10 minutes before the post put out a massive call option and stood to benefit greatly on this. So this is the kind of manipulation of the market, I think, that hurts the confidence that you're trying to restore to the market. So what specifically are you doing around this?
Well, Congressman, I can't really talk about any, investigations, current or potential or past. Because
How about just philosophically? If someone did what happened, philosophically, is this market manipulation?
Well, around that particular incident, I obviously can't speak to it, but in general, the rules around trading and whatnot have to do with material non-public information and a duty, and so all of those elements need to be met.
So would material non-public information, because I'm one of the people who thinks members of Congress shouldn't be able to trade stock, because I think we get a lot of inside information. So for that material non-public information, if someone indicates something prior to something significant happening that's going to affect the market, would that be in the category of manipulation in your philosophical sense?
Yeah, I think it all depends on the facts, and I think if you once it's public, it's it's open to everybody to obviously see the facts. So once an announcement's made, so I think it all depends on the circumstances and.
So philosophically, if I know a company in my district is about to get approved by CMS for Medicare, that means their stock's likely going to go up. If I put that information up before anything was announced, would that be, in your philosophical view, market manipulation?
Yeah, it just depends. I mean, I think it's, if the person isn't trading himself, I don't really see that as manipulation. I think it just depends on what the circumstances
But if
are.
my husband and my brother and my neighbors all then traded at that point, not me, would that be market manipulation potentially under your philosophical viewpoint?
Well, the problem with this whole area is that it's all very, very circumstantial, built on circumstantial evidence. So, but I share concern about any kind of untoward activity in the marketplace that goes against the law and SEC rules, and so I assure you that we will
But just generally, the 23 seconds I have left, do you think my example I just gave, would that be worthy of looking closer at?
We have a lot of smart people and very ambitious people in our enforcement division who read the papers and look at things, and they are quick to go to plant their flag to launch investigations. So, I have confidence in our guys being able to do more than that.
Okay. I'll yield back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Maryland, Mr. Ivy, for 5 minutes.